like you have been vanished for around 20 to 30 minutes. Everyone is gonna laugh on me. No, when I woke up, so this is my version of quantum immortal theory. Hi everyone. Today's video is actually a story time and how I experienced a glitch in the matrix. So this story happened with me like 10 to 12 years ago, and there's a twist to this story. Like, we can solve this story. From the past 1 to 2 days, I've been binge watching glitch in the matrix type of videos, and I happen to think that some of these glitches have happened to me, but those were very minor. So I like, my logical brains just find some logic for the things like item duplication. Sometimes I have experienced that a chair has been doubled in my house, so my brain always comes up with some logical answer to define that glitch in the reality. I'm not sure about the name, but I think it's the quantum immortal theory. Basically, this theory states that you cannot die in the reality until your time has come. So there's this saying in Hindi, जब तक आपकी मौत नहीं आ सकती आप नहीं मर सकते. I think one of those experiences has happened to me as well, and I was not believing in these things until I remember something that has happened to me years ago. So this is my version of quantum immortal theory. This is a legit true story, and we can also solve this story. There's a possibility if I tell this story more to people, I can reach him. Like, there's another character in our story. So let's get started with the story. I think this story is about 2011 or 12 something, when I was in first grade. The school just started, and it was my first year at that new school that I got admission in. What happened is that my friends didn't used to wash their hands during lunch breaks, and I was a very like clean freak version, and I was like, I told them, you guys have lunch, I'm just gonna wash my hands and come back and then join you guys. Okay, let's name my friend Bunny. So I told my friend Bunny that wait for me. I wanted to join my friends so badly that I was running through the corridor, and I washed my hands, and then I went. When I was going back, though, let me tell you, the corridor was crowded as hell. Like, a lot of people were there, but still I was in a need to reach my friends as soon as possible. So I was running down the corridor. So from far, I'm telling you, like 50 to 40 meter distance apart, I could see a boy is also running. I was running down the corridor. I have no idea who this guy is, and I thought I would just pass him. In my head, I was thinking like, so let me tell you one thing about myself is I'm a very overthinking person. Like, I'm a pure overthinker. If even I don't want to overthink, my brain is just naturally analyzing things. So that was in my head that I won't bump into him. So I was still running, but somehow I end up getting bumped into him. Okay, and I 100% remember we bumped into each other. And then what happened is that I remember a very white light shining through me when this happened. So when I bump into him, I close my eyes because a very bright light was coming. I don't know from where. Remember, I told you the corridor was very crowded. The people who were passing here there were laughing on us. When I bumped into that guy, so in my head I could remember that I am telling myself, oh no, shit, I have hurt myself. I still remember I was saying these things to myself because I talk to myself. Okay, so in my head I'm talking to myself, oh no, shit, I will get late for my lunch. Maybe I have to call my parents because I will be very hurt and something like that. I was talking to myself in my head when this thing is happening. Mind you, this scenario is of like 1 to 2 seconds, and these thoughts will come are coming in my mind in like 1 to 2 seconds, and I'm telling you, and I elaborated with that is why it is sounding like a long scenario, but this happened between some seconds only. So I'm thinking in my head, oh my god, this is gonna take a lot of time. Whole lunch will get over, and the second hand embarrassment that I will feel from all the people around in the corridor. I was thinking all these things like, oh, everyone is gonna laugh on me. In fact, even they were laughing on me, and I'm like, I could remember hearing their voices, like they were laughing. So I could, the only thing that I felt was that white light, and I knew I had fallen on the floor. When I woke up, like in that corridor. Next thing is like, I remember I found myself on the floor, lying down, and I just sat on the floor and I just look around in the corridor. Like the area was same. It's just that people have vanished. Like I don't understand what was going on. There was no guy. Uh, has we bump into in each other and I have fallen down on the floor. He should also have fallen down on the floor, but no. I remember hearing that he also fell and people were laughing at us, but my eyes were closed, so I just heard these things. But when I woke up, I remember no one was there. Like people were there in the corridor, but they were very few. Like if around 100 people were there before, now there were only like 5 to 6 people and they were very far. So they couldn't laugh on me. And I just got up and I look around and I see why is there sudden emptiness in the corridor. So I'm like, okay, maybe I didn't understand at that point, so I just started walking to my class. When I went back to my class, Bunny asked me. I remember she asked me, "Where were you from such a long time?" And I was like very confused. Like, what do you mean from a long time? Because I remember it is all this scenario happened between a fraction of 2 minutes. I ran down to wash my hands and was coming back and then bump into that guy and something. So this is a scenario of barely 5 minutes. But she told me like you have been vanished for around 20 to 30 minutes, and I was like, what? Like I remember this day because I was not able to even have lunch that day because the whole lunch got over. Like so she told me that where were you from a long time, and I had no answer. Then she was like, okay, just have your lunch because lunch is gonna end in 5 minutes or something like that. So she gave me my lunch and I'm just eating and eating, and then I went home. Like what I believe happened is that maybe I have died there and that shouldn't be happening. So the reality just glitched to save me also, but there is no explanation why sudden. I remember it was a busy day in the morning, but when I was going home, it was like such a I cannot tell you guys. Like I remember going back home that day got very dark and not a lot of people came that day on the school. But I remember it was a busy day. A lot of people came in the morning. The weather was also very dark and weird. After that, I didn't understand what was happening. Like I think we can solve this glitch if I met that guy whom I bumped into that day. But the thing is that I don't remember his face or something like that. I can only find him by him also having memories of this experience, which I don't think he would have, or maybe he would have. Like, yeah. So the only way we can find him is like same school and him also having memories of something like this happening. But then also there's a possibility that his situation could be different, right? So like I woke up, the busy day just converted into a lonely dark weather day. Maybe in his reality it was different. So the only same memories that guy and I would be having is that we bump into each other and just nothing happened. A white light came and then nothing happened. Like that's the only way I could connect with that guy. I know this sounds like a movie or something, but this has actually happened with me. And I usually don't make videos like this. Like you guys know me, I talk on serious topics and give my opinions, but I don't share these things. But I also think I should share my story. I have had small glitches and I also item duplication things, but I don't mind those things. Like I always found an explanation to these things. But to this experience that I had like 10 to 11 years back, I have no explanation to this thing. I don't think people will believe in this, but if like 4 to 5 people could believe in my story, like that means a lot to me. Like I was someone else, I probably wouldn't be believing in that thing. But the thing is that this has happened to me, and I'm like, I am now convinced that this glitches in reality is it's a thing because I have an experience like that. And this quantum immortal theory could be real too because I have had an experience like that. So until इट्स अ सेइंग ना, जब तक तुम पे ना बीते तुम्हें समझ नहीं आती. सो ये वही वाली बात है थोड़ी. आई हैव हर्ड पीपल्स other people's story about these glitches thing, but they don't have this movie like cinematic story. But I'm like, we are walking down, and then I see a white light, and then nothing. Like, the scenario totally changed. So yeah, that was my story. It's not easy to find people like me in my surroundings, so I'm finding people like me on YouTube. I'm building my community here. Do click on the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.